Hello, everyone. How are you? I wanted to share a quick story with you guys. Back in June, I took my daughter's phone away. She was 13 at the time. Now she's 14. And I want to tell you what's going on with her right now because I think it's really, really important for us as parents to know what tools we're putting in our kids. We are all used to phones. We think that we can control everything. Like me, I was naive enough to think that just because we both have iPhones and because I'm the parent and I control the timing and the apps and stuff like that, that she couldn't do nothing. Like that she was just gonna do what I say and things like that. So I she downloaded this app. It's called Roblox, and I saw it and I was pretty cool. I was pretty amazed by the work that she was doing because she was building homes, and she's like, I love building, mom. This is like an architecture app for kids, and I'm gonna build this and I'm gonna build that. But little did I know that she was also building a virtual life in the app. She made a mom, a dad, a cousins, parents, everything. She had like a life, virtual life. And when I realized that, I took the phone away. I started seeing messages that I didn't like. She started having friends that weren't from her school, that I thought they were from school because they said, oh, I go to your same school, I've seen you, and they have friends in common. But it wasn't like that. And I was like, we got into a little bit of an argument, and I took the phone away. This was back in June. And she still doesn't have a phone. I don't own a computer at home. So she has no way of being on technology right now. So why do I tell you this? Because I feel that us as parents, especially if you have teenagers, okay, we need to be more aware of what we're giving to our kids, what they're watching, who they are comparing themselves with. Like their brain is not fully developed yet. So them being on the phone just because, we are bored or we're doing something, we just give the phone and we think that, oh, they're just playing games or they're just doing this. No, we are affecting our kids. I'll tell you what I went through with her. At the beginning, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. She was like, depressed. She was sad. She was just in her room. She would cry. She was mad. I started noticing trends when she still had the phone, that whenever we would get ready to everybody to eat at the table, she wouldn't have a lot of like conversations like she used to. And she'll eat really fast. And she would say, I'm going to go back to my room. I'm going to go back to my room. And I thought it was normal. I was like, she's going through, her teenager, because as we know, like teenagers, whenever you are 13, 14, you're not a kid anymore, but you're not an adult yet. So you're in that weird age to where like you don't even know what you are. You just know that you're a teenager, right? So I was like, she's going through it. I remember when I went through that, but I didn't have a phone. I was in Mexico, so it was completely different. Back to what I was telling you guys. When I found out everything about the internet, like she was doing some crazy videos on TikTok that they weren't like crazy, I just didn't approve of them. She was just on social media, talking to her friends late at night. She wouldn't wake up early. She wouldn't go to sleep. She would wake up in the middle of the night. And it's just because of the social media. It's just because of the phone. The phone for us right now is like a drug. Like we have it everywhere we go. We check it every 5 minutes. And look at what we're doing with our kids. They are having like a virtual life. They're not having a life anymore. It's like two different worlds, right? Like your reality and your virtual life. So I took the phone away, and it was her at the beginning. But right now, I am so happy that I did that. I went through so much, me and my husband at the beginning, right? Like we would argue and she would just be sad, but I didn't really, care about that because having a phone as a kid, it's not I don't owe you a phone. That's what I told her, right? Like we don't owe you a phone. It's a privilege to have a phone. You don't need a phone. And right now, I'll tell you, last week I was really happy and I was really proud because I used to paint. I'm more of like the artistic side of my brain. So I had some blank canvas in the garage, and she's like, Mom, can I grab one of them? And I was like, sure. I think I only have one, and I have a few paint there, so you can get it. Guys, when I came back home, she had a drawing that was just unbelievable. I was like, how did you do this? Like, did anybody help you? She's like, no, I did it. I love drawing. I'm like, yeah, I know you love drawing, but I didn't know you were this good. And I felt guilty for 1 minute because I was like, oh my gosh, I do not know that my daughter draw this good. It's been 3 months that she has not had a phone. I'm really proud. And I'll tell you, I'm scared to give it back. I'm scared to give the phone back to her. She's 14 and, she's not going to school right now. She's doing the e-learning. But why do I share this with you? Because phones are just not the way to go with our kids. Kids do not need phones because they don't fully develop. They cannot discover their potential in life, their potential, or their skill, if they are attached to the phone 24/7, looking at what everybody else is doing and comparing themselves to other teenagers. So I went through a journey. My husband helped me a lot. I got a couple books that I gave her. Now we do things together. I get her up at 6 in the morning. Sundays we go to the park. We have lunch together. We are able to communicate better, and I feel that right now I took like a big weight off of her shoulders by taking the fun away. I don't know if I'm gonna give it back this year, to be quite honest with you, but what I do know is that right now, just because she doesn't have a phone, she's exploring herself. She's exploring her mind. She is actually doing things that are pretty amazing. So I want to share that with you. If you have some questions about what books have I been using to help her, I'll go through this and make her be more aware of her surroundings. Me being present. I'll send them to you. Just inbox me and I'll send you a picture. But I want to share that with you. We should be aware of teenagers having a phone. But that's it, guys. Have an amazing Thursday. Bye-bye.